Tell me how much like money are you doing per month in like loans right now?
The company is doing like 60 to like 100K per month.
You're from where exactly?
Ghana. I actually was into like a couple businesses in Ghana, but wanted to further my education.
I was $120,000 in debt when I first started, and it all got paid off like once the business like took off.
You could have a brand new business and still get 50,000 or 75,000 from Chase.
What is the biggest you have done so far?
3 million. That was a construction company though. So I've always been that kind of person that had like go-getter spirits that wants to do something for himself.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another podcast. Today we have with us a special guest, Nelson, the business coach. He said right before this podcast he was about to give me $1 million with 0% interest for the rest of my life that I don't even have to pay back. Let's see how he does it. Let's jump in.
What's up, Nelson? Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming to the podcast, man.
Absolutely.
Before we jump into it, like I kind of like to know like the back end story. So, I mean, we're all foreign here. Raw, I don't know where it's from, but we have Lebanon, we have Bosnia. You're from where exactly?
Ghana.
Ghana?
Yeah, West Africa.
And you moved to the States, what, 4 years ago?
Yeah, 4 years ago. Absolutely.
So what made you move to the States? Because like, I'm assuming in Ghana, you already had things going on, right?
Yeah, I did. So I actually was into like a couple businesses in Ghana, but I mean, I wanted to further my education. You know, I had undergrad in Ghana where I got a computer science degree. You know, so I was pretty much like in software engineering, but I had my own software that I was like managing and things like that where I sell to, you know, small business owners back home.
Did you code your own software or?
Yeah, I had a whole team.
Nice.
Yeah, and I was also involved. So yeah, it was pretty much like, you know, it was a nice experience, but I just really wanted to like learn more, you know, really wanted to scale more. So I was like, okay, let me just, you know, come to the States, get my master's and, you know, just further my education. So when I came, yeah, that was where like, you know, I started learning about credits, learning about, you know, business funding. And then that was how everything happened. It was just like, okay, so I found out now this is my niche. So let me just.
Well, at what age did you come to the US?
You mean what year?
Just in general,
How
just
old
because
were you? Yeah.
Yeah, because like typically when foreign people come here, like there is like it's split. Some people just came by themselves because of leaving their country, which I feel like a lot of people consider to be impossible.
Yeah,
but I think it's not. And then some people come with the help of their parents or whatever, maybe.
Yeah, I was 23.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
What
did
got
you come with
into
your parents?
credit, and all that stuff?
So it was, I would say it was, so I was in school. I had to pay my fees. Okay, so I had to figure something out. So that was when I was learning about credit. Okay, fine, I could get a credit card. And then eventually, you know, paying installments or whatever the case may be. So I started investing into like mentors to really know more about credit, since eventually credit helped me in like so many ways. So that was how like the whole thing happened. So I invested into like 3 different mentors, you know, who actually made me really experienced when it comes to everything in regards to credits, you know, helping fixing people's credits, helping removing anything negative on their credit growth, you know, just name it, everything.
So to go back to the Ghana thing, because like, really enough, like, I know you're not from Nigeria, but like everyone I meet from Nigeria is like a business owner or like they're like trying to like hustle up. Is that a like hustle culture in Ghana as well, or?
So I would say yes, but Ghana is kind of like on a slow and on a soft end. But yeah, we also have like that hustle culture in there, as well as Nigerians. I mean, West Africa in general, we are always.
But why is that though? Like, why that area?
Well, I feel like it's like growing up, you know, it's not really the opportunities are not there like how it is in like the US, Dubai, Canada, and things like that. So you kind of have to have a different mindset or a different mentality to actually make it. You know, so that's what brings out like the whole, you know, I need to make this shit happen. You know, that whole hustle culture. So that's pretty much the whole thing.
Is it true that you guys work harder than North Africa, especially like North right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't
I think there's a country called Egypt or something.
Some people here are not good at the geography. They wouldn't even know the
I'll say
joke. They won't even understand the joke. Yeah.
I wouldn't say that though, but Definitely, when it comes to Africans, like, yeah.
Other
Not all,
than the
though.
North, right?
Yeah.
Right. Everything
Everybody else is good.
That one in the far
Yeah,
left, you know
bro,
what I'm
like-
talking about?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
But again, what was the reason for moving here though?
Okay, so the main reason was completing like my studies. So
Okay.
yeah, so I completed my studies. I did my master's here. That was like 2 years. It was a 2 years program. Yeah, so that was the main reason. But when I came, that was where like other things were unfolding. And I've always wanted to be like a business owner. I didn't want to like work at. I wouldn't say working a regular job is it's bad, but all my years I've always had that mindset to like, be a CEO and all that. So
Is any of your parents like actually in business?
yeah, my mom has like a whole like store where she manages and all that. And then my dad also was a business owner, so I kind of like got that whole mindset from them, growing up. So yeah.
The reason we ask this stuff, by the way, is because like a lot of our viewers, what they're trying to do is either become a business owner or take that leap of faith, leave their 9 to 5 or whatever it may be, and like really like digging deep into your story, it helps them understand why it is that you make the decisions that you make, because it's not about just like someone saying something and then someone else listening to what they're saying and then just doing that thing. A lot of times like there's a deeper desire, there's a deeper why. So like what do you feel like is like your specific why? Like why do you want to be a business owner? Like a lot of people make a good living just having a job.
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say one thing about me is like I always want to like I'm a fast learner, and I always want to like learn. I always want to elevate. I always want to learn. I always want to like make impacts one way or the other, And it's not and I have this whole idea of, hey, like you're gonna make this impact, like you have to like figure a way out to do it yourself, not just under somebody. I mean, it's fine to work under somebody, but like I feel like that would restrain me from actually making the impact I want to make. So I was like, okay, and then I'm always a person who like, it's not like I don't like being controlled, but I just like to figure things out on my own. I like the grind when it comes to like entrepreneurship. I like the ups and downs. I've just been like that just growing up.
I see.
Let me even give you like a backstory. So I was in school when I was in like, that was in high school. I was selling like cassettes and things. So I've always been that kind of person. When I was in the uni, I was doing like websites for people. I've always been that kind of person that had like that, go-getter spirits that wants to do something for himself rather than, work for someone. So I feel like that's where it comes from.
Was it hard coming to the US? Like, what was your process like?
It wasn't hard because it was through school, so it was pretty much, it was pretty much like a smooth process. Cause
What did you have to do? You applied, and do they only accept like a select few, or did you know 100% like I'm getting in?
yeah, so one of the advantages I had was I had a high GPA, so that was like a plus. And then when you're applying for the visa or things like that, the school has already liaised with the embassy and everything, so like they know you just go for an interview and then that's pretty much it. You just come, and then
You said you came by yourself or with your parents?
just me. Like my parents is so my mom is back there though, but my dad is in Houston. But yeah,
You guys came together, or he was
no,
here
I
already?
came. Yeah, he was here. He was actually here already. So, but I came myself. Like everything I'm doing, it was just. I mean, even though like I have parents, I have family and all that, I just like to do things on my own without really relying on anyone else.
How is the Nigerian culture? Sorry, the Ghanaian culture. How is the Ghanaian culture when it comes to that stuff? Like, is it like the American culture with like the kids like will live on their own once they turn 18, or is it like
Yeah.
our culture where like we are connected to our parents till like the day we die?
So I would say it depends on the parents too, but most like
The common, yeah.
yeah, most of them like to like be with their parents. Everything they have to like consult their parents, but my parents weren't really like that. They mostly make me like do decisions on my own, like growing up. So the course I chose, like me being in computer science, like they literally made me, because they felt like, okay, I mean he's growing up so he can make his own decisions. So yeah, they're kind of like that. But like the general perspective is, yeah, mostly, they like, being with their parents and things like that. it's that's an African thing, but it just depends on the parents or the specific person in like in picture. Yeah.
So what would be the biggest difference did you see between business done here in America and business in Ghana? I know you didn't do a lot of business in Ghana, but I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you've heard or you have family members that has a business or two, What would
Absolutely.
be the biggest difference?
And so I would say technology is one thing because I'm in that field. So technology is like one major thing because back there, I mean, there's technology, but it's not up to par as compared to the US. And then the numbers too, here in the US, like the numbers is like this, but there it's this. So if you are selling a product or if you're like, you're providing a service or something, even though it would go far, it wouldn't go as far as you've been in the US.
Yeah, the market is bigger.
And
What's the
then-
population for Ghana?
I think like 3 million, if I'm
3
not
million?
mistaken. Yeah, it's just a small
Eat them
country.
alive.
Just a
If
small country.
110.
Yeah, but
Oh,
they're
yeah,
all
Egypt is
useless,
huge.
bro.
Yeah.
What?
They're all useless.
Damn.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
But like that is a good concept because like the more like we expand to Guatemala, the fact that we open up the office in Bosnia, Ghana, stuff like that. Everyone's like saying, well, you guys did it in America, you can't do it here. Our market share is too small. Like there aren't enough people to pay that much. Like
Yeah.
I don't like excuses, but like what are your guys' thoughts? Because like I feel like it's an excuse. I think you can always find a way to like expand out of that like area. Because even like Guatemala, okay, let's target all of Latin America, right? Even in Bosnia, let's target Croatia, Albania, like Serbia. So like even though like the market might be small in Ghana, I mean, you're kind of looking at America just like Florida, because Florida would be like a state, just like a country, right? But you can expand to all of Florida. So I mean, to all of like Africa. So why do people think like, oh, that can't happen here when you can easily expand?
I feel like that's not the case though. Like a lot of people like will go look outside Africa and outside Egypt. For example, like again, the editor that you just hired is Nigerian. Most of the editors that work in Egypt, and I'm talking about at least our like industry,
Yeah.
shooters, videographers, photographers, they all go to Dubai because it's the closest thing and that it's way cheaper to hire an Egyptian, and they are way more capable, they are way more skillful, even than Bosnians, just so you know. But anyways,
At what?
At everything.
Moving sand around?
That's crazy.
You didn't get offended with that?
Me? No,
They don't have that much sand,
we don't have
bro.
that much sand in Lebanon.
Yeah, bro.
They got a nice little beach.
But what I'm saying is like a lot of people actually are aware of that, and I think it's the more the internet like becomes more popular, the AI becomes more
Yeah.
popular, more people are aware of that and how easy it is to get jobs on like Fiverr or
Upwork.
Upwork and all that stuff. So it's getting way more popular because now every time we hire a good editor, they will go like and be like, oh, I got an offer from Dubai. Oh, I got an offer from Saudi Arabia, So they are expanding, at least up to my knowledge. Maybe
Yeah.
he has a different opinion.
Nah, that's true though, because I mean, when you go on these platforms, like you said, the Fiverr, the Upwork, the online.ph, it's pretty much Nigerians. I mean, definitely you get people from Philippines and other countries, but like, yeah, it's really expanding. But one thing about when I say technology, one thing I wanted to expand on was, let's say, like some things like payments integration. Let's say in my field, I'm trying to like, maybe develop a software that does like business funding or something. Even in Ghana, there's no credit system.
Yeah.
That's one thing. So that's like, okay, so where am I starting from? So I have to like adjust to, they have what's called like mobile money. So how am I trying to adjust to that? So that's like a no-go area.
Yeah.
So those kind of things are what I'm talking about. And then when it comes to even the pay, like other technologies, let's say like PayPal, like this. PayPal is not in Ghana. Like Stripe is not in Ghana. Like,
Yeah.
so it's really hard. It's really hard to, but I mean, people are there, they are making it and all that. And I was also making it. It wasn't like I wasn't making it, but social media has actually made things much, much, much more better because people are actually making it through social media, They're expanding through social media. So that's a great thing. But in the past, it was really difficult.
Let's dive into the business side because I'm really interested in the whole funding space because I feel like there's a lot of influx of people joining that space. I see a lot of people that, for example, used to be coaches and coached someone how to make money using X method. They're now doing funding. They're now doing wealth management. I know it's a field that's like insanely rapidly growing.
Yeah.
And I know with that comes a lot of BS and a lot of legit players. So like tell people a little bit about what you do and like what kind of makes you unique and your service like stand out in the space.
Okay. So basically, I do funding in general. Like I help small businesses, medium-sized businesses in any industry get access to funding. You know, regardless of whatever you want to do with the funds, but it has to make sense. Either maybe you need to hire employees, you need to get equipment, you need to like run advertising or something. So basically, any kind of funding, equipment financing, business lines of credits, short-term loans, long-term loans. We have something called Flex Line where you draw and then you only pay interest on what you use. And I do I help people do regular business credit cards as well at 0%. That's credit card stacking as well. Pretty much like everything, SBA 7A, SBA Express. So anything when it comes to funding, mortgage financing, everything when it comes to like corporate or commercial funding, that's what we do.
How likely is someone to get approved with you guys? Like, tell me how hard it is for like a new business with no like P&Ls, like no revenue, and then like I guess anyone above that would be approved, I'm assuming, unless there's like some other thresholds.
Yeah, so our company is a one-stop shop. So like regardless of where you are in your business, regardless of how many years you've been in business, whatever document you have, like we welcome you with open hands. So that's why we have like a brief consultation before we even like know, what you need the money for or what exactly you need or what like where you at in the business and then how we could be of help to you. So one of the first things we really pay attention to is like we ask you like a few questions like regards to your business. So let's say, fine, you have a good credit score. We have like 0% interest business cards. Those are for like businesses with a good credit score. So with that, you need no documentation. So when I say no documentation, I mean you don't need to present tax returns. You don't need to present any bank statements or whatever. You just need a good personal credit score, and then either a corporation, being it an S corp, C corp, or an LLC, and then you could actually get business credit cards and then business lines of credits.
How big is that limit usually?
So mostly with the banks that we work with, when it comes to 0% interest cards, they go up to like 50K, 50,000 if you don't present financials. So if let's say a brand new business and then you come in, pretty much we could help you secure 50K. That's from one lender though. So we have multiple lenders. So yeah, but if you are trying to go above the 50K threshold, that's where maybe they'll just ask for like, bank statements just to know, because it also depends on the time you've been in business. Because you could, and then some banks are lenient, some are not. Like Chase is really lenient when it comes to businesses. You could have a brand new business and still get, like 50,000 or 75,000 from Chase.
And 0% for how long?
It's 0% for 12 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
And after that, it's what?
So
usually?
After that, so mostly what I tell my clients is that, hey, like, okay, this is what we are doing. Okay, you are new. Your business is 6 months. Okay. So, I mean, there's something called relationship managers and business bankers. So I have access to the relationship managers from different banks. So Chase, okay, let's go to Chase. You get like, let's say 75,000 from Chase. Okay. And then you get 50,000 from PNC. And then another 50,000 from Truist. Okay. So that's a whole sum. So what I suggest is sometimes we have a sequence that we run. So the 0% doesn't run out. We'll do the Chase first. So when the Chase is almost done, then we'll do a balance transfer to and then we get a different card with a 0%. So it's a never ending sequence. So it's just a strategy. So that's why we have a game plan with
You're getting Raw excited. Raw's is never ending with 25% interest though.
No, actually, that funding is
Revolving.
actually important because like this is almost how I built my whole company in the beginning. I'm not playing because
That's true.
at a business like mine, it was like hard to start without like equipment. So a lot of people are scared of taking that step, but without taking that step, sometimes it's so hard to start the business. I mean, you can always do it like slowly and as you go. But for someone who's like me, who always wanted to have, my strength was the quality. So I need it.
I need it, bro.
Yeah, A1 equipment.
You know what I mean? So I was $120,000 in debt when I first started, and it all got paid
Jeez.
off like once the business like took off. You know,
Nice.
so
Bro, stressing out just hearing that story.
For real.
like, for real, it was like a lot, especially for someone who works as a valet too. Like I was
Yeah.
like, I'm making $3K and I have like almost $120K in debt. It's like it was scary, and the funny part, it wasn't even under my name. It was like because I didn't have any credit at that time.
Oh,
So it was like under
Bro.
my dad's name, under my best friend's name, and it was like a lot of like.
was it
Definitely.
0%?
It was
Wow.
0% for the first 18 months.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. It helped me a lot because like every card I applied to through my friends, it was always 0% for the first 18 months.
Did you do it like personal or business? You did
It
personal.
was personal and business. So for example, with my friend, because he had a business, even though it wasn't running a lot, he got like 15K accepted because he was like very, very, his credit score was like around like 780 or 800. So he was like easy, like whatever card that I applied for, I took that shit down to like 600, bro. I was like, let me help you, bro. That is too high.
So you had to do it yourself, right?
There's no way.
So that's one thing also like goes back to culture and how like our friends, what would they do?
You're
for
his
us and
ideal
stuff.
client, by the way. I hope you know, bro.
So yeah, I applied under my friend's name, and of course, like that's the thing. It didn't help build my credit because I helped build his.
It didn't build his
Yeah,
credit either,
No,
bro.
it did for sure.
built him the
did
other
for
way.
Sure. No, it definitely did because it got all paid before he hits the 18 months.
Mm.
So it was definitely
Yeah.
helpful for him.
And then that would look great on his credits because if something is paid off on your credit, that looks like really great. You have a strong like credit profile. So with that, when
And what about the bigger like business loans? Like, could I'm sure like it all depends on like the books and stuff, but like could I get
Yeah.
$1 million like business line with you guys?
Yeah, you could. So basically, we are not the direct lenders. We have over 120 direct lenders that we work
Yeah.
with. So basically, with that, you need to, since it's a huge amount, you know, we'll need to like ask for like specific documentations. So when I say specific documentation, it's nothing crazy like 3 months bank statements, you know, tax returns. Let's say your personal tax, two years personal tax returns, 2 years business tax returns, P&L, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. And then sometimes they want you to like do like a statement of, you know, liabilities and assets, but that's extra. So if you have those things, yeah, but if you have those things, you really get a good deal. So it's all about the deal. If you have those things, you get a good deal with a longer term. Let's say you could get a good deal that goes up to like, you know, like 2 years or like 4 years. You could even get an SBA
Yeah,
that goes like
Yeah.
and it's easy because if you go through the lenders, like there are specific things that you put on the application where it goes through as compared to like you doing it yourself. But if you don't have everything, let's say you have at least you are showing like, let's say like 60K a month in your financials, and then you don't have maybe tax returns and you don't have anything extra. With that, you probably get like a shorter term as compared to, you know, you having all those things. So you probably get like a 12-month deal or like, you know, I don't really like dealing with MCAs, merchant cash advances, because it's outrageous. So mostly I like, you know, staying on a short-term, long-term loan, you know, scheme. So with that, you probably get something around that end, but the interest rate will be higher. And then you probably get like a weekly payment as compared to, you know, you having everything where you have a lower interest and then.
What's usually the interest with that? Say like $1 million like line of credit or something.
So it would depend. It would really depend on the overall like profile. So your credit profile, your business credit profile.
What's
you
the
know.
average? Like, is it closer to like 10%, 20%, like 3%? Like, what are we
Yeah.
looking?
So an SBA you could literally, you know, SBAs you could literally get like 11 or 12%. You know, and then. But when you can't really like show those things, and then maybe a lender wants to give you like a long-term loan, that would be around like 20-something%, which is higher.
Yeah.
But at least it's good. Yeah, because I mean, the thing is, the whole idea of you getting funding is, hey, like, you know that, hey, you have some motion going on, you want to like invest into that. 'Cause
Yeah.
you get your money back eventually, you know. And then if you have good credits, or maybe at that point in time you are fixing your credits, you can get that and then still, you know, work on that and then get, you know, regular lines of credit from like normal banks or traditional banks, and then just offset the whole thing. So it's just about strategizing. That's why we like to like really sit down and strategize with our clients to really know, you know, what they need and then how we could be of help to them.
That's
and then draw a
interesting.
game plan for them. Yeah.
What are you trying to buy for a meal, dog?
I need like
I'm about to wake up
I
the
could put, like,
Genentech credit is
5
about to be. Oh, you trying to put 5 more rollings on? Invest in the brand, baby.
yeah,
What is the next moves though for you?
Yeah, so basically I'm trying to like take the business to the next level. Yeah, so what we have currently is, I mean, it's great. Fund Next Capital is like the next move. So it's pretty much like we are trying to make it a one-stop shop where every business owner can get access to funding within like a click of a button. So we are trying to integrate different things like Plaid, decision logic, where you could literally just, you know, link your bank account and it would analyze and scan everything to see like your liquidity, you know, like your balances and everything, and just give you pre-approvals on, you know, what you can, you know, get access to at that point in time, and then so you could literally get access to funds within 24 to 48 hours, as compared to the olden times where you have to like send documentations and all that and then wait till like 2 weeks before you actually get funding. So we are actually working on a software where we have like a back-end system that manages everything that does that, and then we have like a front end, like a website, just a landing page where, you know, everyone can just go and just put in like, it's just a one-page application, put in your basic info, and then you either link your bank account or just upload 3-month bank statement, and then you get pre-approvals on there, and then you just select
Interesting.
exactly what you want to select, and
I see
How
that.
fast can you get someone funded?
within 24 to 48 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
No matter how big is the loan, or like is it like depending on the amount and stuff?
No matter how big the loan is.
What is the
24 to
biggest you have
48
done so far?
3 million.
3 million?
Yeah.
What kind of company? What kind of business?
That was a construction company though.
Construction?
Yeah.
yeah.
But I did it with a partner and then another liaison, and I used one of my first direct lenders. So he actually also mentored me when it comes to this like huge investment and huge funding deals. He actually mentored me into doing that, because initially the mentors I had, they were great, but it was just for like regular business funding, regular 0% and all that. But this guy, he's an older dude. Like he's a loan broker, he's a loan processor, he has done underwriting and all that, so he knows the game. So yeah, he actually. You know,
What about if
exactly
someone
to do it.
built their business on like their high APR credit cards, like similar to how Raw did, but let's say they're taking longer to be able to get to the successful place. So like Raw obviously started to really get good at sales, pay off his debt, now he's good, right? But I would argue that the average business owner in the US is not gonna learn sales as fast as Raw, so they might be working their ass off to simply just pay the interest, and their balance always stays the same, like, and their credit gets destroyed. So like, is it possible for someone to go from paying APR credit cards to 0% credit cards with a bad credit score?
Yeah, so I would say if let's say you're having issues with, let's say you have like high utilization on personal or business. So one thing about business credit cards is it doesn't report to your personal. So you could max the whole thing out on the business side, and then your personal is still like pristine, it's still great. You know, but so that's one thing. So if it's maxed out on the business side, you wouldn't have issues on the personal side. You could still get more funding.
Right.
So that's one strategy. But if it's maxed out on the personal side, that's where sometimes I recommend or I suggest to clients that, hey, like, it's not the end of the world. Like, everyone has been in that kind of situation. So we have to strategize and get a game plan for you. So let's go to the business side. Let's see what funding we could get you on the business side, since it wouldn't report on the personal. Get you that funding on the business side, pay off your utilization on the personal side, get your personal score to like 7 something, and then you could double back and still get the 0% on the business side.
I see.
But don't you feel sometimes like this is like just digging a deeper hole and a deeper hole and a deeper hole?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So the whole idea is to get to a comfortable position where you know that, hey, your business is running, like, and you're getting money. I mean, you wouldn't get funding forever. So you would definitely get to a point where you know that, hey, unless probably maybe you are getting the funding and you're just spending it lavishly. You know, like, yeah, it has to like, you have to do it strategically.
No rollies for you, bro.
Have you ever thought about like taking a loan for $3 million and then dipping to Ghana?
So
That's a good strategy.
That would be my thought process, bro.
Yeah, I might be interested in moving to Ghana.
so okay, so basically no, because
Basically, no.
He's like, is this recorded?
Because I was always thinking about that too. Like, you get a big loan, I will go to Bosnia. Bosnia doesn't have
You're
it.
going either ways, yes.
Well, but with extra mills,
yeah, but
extra more of these,
the thing is, trust me, like
and then like no one can find me.
it would finish before you realize, and then
What are you gonna do after? That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, but
He said it
I
would
mean,
finish
it-
before
I
you
can
get
get a
money,
little
like-
Lambo, a nice house in Bosnia.
and then I mean eventually, like, okay, let's say you get
Eventually, you have to come back here and
Yeah,
apply for more loans.
Or you can just go to Europe and learn how to do credit over there, and you take
and
another
then,
thing.
okay, because eventually, like, the money will get
Well, that's
finished.
actually great.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm investing it into something, yeah,
Yeah.
that's. But if
We're about to see Mel on Netflix in 3 years. He's gonna be the credit card swindler. You know what I mean?
You know all those like people that fake like being rich were like Serbian or
Yeah,
Albanian,
yeah,
like they all
yeah.
came from my neck of the woods, anyways.
All right.
That's crazy.
So tell me how much like money are you doing per month in like loans right now?
yeah, so basically, the company is doing like 60 to like 100K, like per month. I mean, it ranges, it varies though. Yeah.
What type of clients usually need your help the most? Like what verticals?
Oh, so okay, so basically, we've been getting a lot of consulting clients, and then people in the beauty industry, like,
Mm.
and then also we get most of our clients too, that are also in like the tech field.
Okay.
Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, beauty, consulting, and then construction too sometimes.
Do you ever need help on the other side, like finding people to lend out money? Because I know you have the banks all the time, but I'm sure you guys have like some private like lenders as well, right?
Yeah, we do.
Do you ever like find yourself where you don't have enough
Okay, so
lenders, maybe?
yeah, so basically, we at this point in time we have like a portfolio of like 120 plus and counting like lenders.
Mm.
Those are direct lenders for like other loans, and then with the relationship managers of the major banks like Chase, PNC, Truist, First Citizens, all those banks. Like we have business bankers for every bank, and then we have like standby. You know, even though we have
Okay.
like one or two of them in a specific place, we also have standby. So in case, because some of them go on vacations, and sometimes we need to
Yeah.
fulfill clients, so we use the standby for like fulfilling the clients. But that was previously, I mean, in the initial stages when I started this whole thing, that was when I was like, you know, sometimes out, because it's difficult. Sometimes you have to reach out to them through different platforms, LinkedIn and all that, and sometimes go in person to meet them. Tomorrow I even have a meeting with a Chase banker, you know. So that's how, like, it's a lunch meeting, but we'll talk about business, and then eventually, like, he would start helping my clients out. So it's really difficult in the beginning, but when you
Like-
put in the reps,
If I wanted to be a lender, would that be an option? So I make money off of like interest?
yeah. So basically, that's we have something called syndication. So basically, we have syndicates. So syndicates are like people that want to, if let's say, yeah, not like if like you're rich and you want to like invest in, you know, pretty much you could invest. It could be a syndicate, and then
Okay.
to like a private or direct lender, you know. And then we have a whole platform that would like calculate what you make monthly, or if you want it bi-weekly or weekly, you know, you could get your money back.
How many loans kind of fall through a crack and don't get paid?
So there are always like insurances around this whole loan process. So basically, the merchants or the clients coming for the loan will sign an agreement with the ISO or the broker, you know, and then the ISO also has an agreement with a private lender or the direct lender, and the direct lender has the same way. He also has an agreement with the syndicate or the person that's trying to like give you the money.
Okay.
So basically, it's a whole process. But sometimes mostly if clients or merchants don't pay the loans, UCC liens are placed on their properties. There's always a way around, and then the insurance company pays like the money back or something.
Because my question is, can you do a lien on a house if it's a business loan and it's not a personal loan, and the house is their personal property?
So basically, when you're filling out the application, you have your personal details there. Even though it's not a personal loan, like they run a soft credit check on your personal credit. So it's attached to you in a way. So they'll still place a lien on.
Because that's what I was like thinking too. Like I know we say like business credit is like its own stuff, and like the business loan won't affect your personal. Like every time I wrote anything on the business, I'd put my social security as well.
Yeah.
So if anything happened, they come back to me. So like, I think it still trickles down.
It does. It depends on the lender too, because there's some lenders that will report your business, like a lender like TD Bank. Even if you have their credit cards, your business credit card, it reports on the personal, it reports on Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. A lender like I think TD Bank and another lender though, so they report on your personal. And then other lenders like Amex, Chase, and those ones, you have to be delinquent, let's say late, or probably have a charge of a collection on the business side. That's when it would report on your personal. But if you are not delinquent to anything, it doesn't report. It reports to like the Dun & Bradstreet, the Experian business, and then the Equifax business and small business financial exchange.
So you know a lot about the space. Do you guys have any more questions?
No, I mean, like that was like very insightful.
Yeah.
Because it's also really like good questions on like the hard money lending side. Because like, what is like an expected return for an investor?
So it depends. It depends though, because there are so many variables to it. So I can't really give you like a specific figure at this point in time, but it just depends on the lender though. But I do have a list of like
Actually, my last question would be, if someone is trying to get into your space doing what you're doing, what is the best route that he can do to learn the right way and not like get fucked over by other people?
I would say just like get a good mentor though. I mean, I do coach people on how to like really scale their funding business and their credit business, but it's because it's all about like 4 major factors: marketing, fulfillment, sales and appointment setting, and just systems. So if you have those things in play, like everything is, everything.
And you learned all of those through mentorship?
Yeah, I joined like so many like I've wasted a lot of money on, but I wouldn't say
Wasted.
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say wasted. I've spent a lot of money on mentorships because I mean eventually it's paying off. So yeah, you just have to get a good mentor, someone that doesn't just talk on social media but knows what he's doing. He's actually doing it in the field,
Got it.
Yeah.
I 100% agree.
So where can people find you if they're interested in getting a loan from you and buying some Rolexes?
On Instagram, Noel _Noel Nelson _. But we have a website too that it's fundnextcapital.com.
We'll put it in the description too. So.
Okay, we also have an Instagram page. It's Fundnext Capital. So it's just, just go on there, just pretty much fill in the 1-page application, or reach out to me on Instagram or something, and then we could take it from there. And then if you need help with mentoring, if you want to really get into the space, the funding space, and then be one of the top people in the funding space, to reach out to me, where I'll take my time. I mean, I do have one-on-one mentorships, but it's really limited because I'm always like going around. I travel a lot too, so yeah, but I do have one-on-one mentorships, and I plan on starting like a whole course thing where I'll do a course for like people that can't afford the one-on-one mentorship thing, where they can still learn eventually.
I love it. I appreciate you sharing all the insights, man. I mean, I learned a lot that I didn't know before either. So I do appreciate you being on the podcast, and I do appreciate you guys watching. If you guys aren't subscribed yet to our YouTube channel, hit the button below, and also follow us on our personal YouTube channels. Follow us on our personal IGs. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Hit it.
Hit the button.
Hit it.